Lee Van Cleef was one of the most iconic stars of the Western genre, renowned for his striking portrayals of villains. Born on January 9, 1925, in Somerville, New Jersey, to a Dutch descent family, he was the son of Clarence Leroy Van Cleef, a pharmacist, and Marion Lavinia, a pianist and singer. Despite their professional careers, his parents chose to raise their children on a farm, fostering a deep connection with nature that would influence Van Cleef throughout his life. From a young age, he created vivid memories of outdoor adventures, camping trips, and exploring forests with his family. Lee joined the Boy Scouts, excelling in skills such as swimming and archery. However, he never achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, as he prioritized teaching these skills to his peers over advancing his own rank. As he grew older, Van Cleef developed a passion for the arts, encouraged by his mother. He began learning to play musical instruments like the piano and trombone and even tried his hand at singing. This love for performance led him to participate in high school plays, where his natural talent for acting began to shine. However, during the Great Depression, his family faced significant financial hardships. The dream of escaping rural life seemed distant, and acting was merely a temporary escape from the pressures of reality. In his senior year of high school, Van Cleef decided to join the United States Navy, following in his father's footsteps, who had served in World War I. This decision marked a turning point in his life. With World War II raging, young men like Van Cleef sought ways to contribute to their country and gain life experiences. After enlisting in 1942, he quickly completed basic training and was assigned to the USS SC-681, a submarine chaser tasked with hunting German U-boats. His early months were filled with tension as he and his crew faced constant threats from enemy attacks. After 10 months on the USS SC-681, Van Cleef was transferred to the USS Incredible, a minesweeper with a crucial mission to clear dangerous mines and protect shipping lanes. On this ship, he served as a sonar operator, responsible for detecting underwater activity. This role required immense concentration and nerves of steel, as a single mistake could lead to disaster. When the USS Incredible was deployed to the Mediterranean, Van Cleef participated in one of the war's most famous operations, Operation Dragoon, the Allied invasion of southern France. Here, he witnessed firsthand the brutality of war as the USS Incredible came under attack from German torpedoes. Thanks to the bravery and composure of Van Cleef and his fellow crew members, the ship survived the assault, and he was awarded the Bronze Star for his heroic actions. Following the campaign in France, the USS Incredible continued its journey to the Black Sea, where it conducted mine-clearing and rescue operations. Van Cleef spent several challenging months at Soviet naval bases in Sevastopol, Crimea, facing harsh weather conditions and witnessing the heavy toll that war had taken on the land and its people. By January 1945, the USS Incredible returned to port in Italy, and Van Cleef continued his service until the war's end. By the time he was discharged in March 1946, he had risen to the rank of first-class sonar man and received numerous honors, including the World War II Victory Medal and the European African Middle Eastern Campaign Medal. At just 21 years old, he had navigated some of life's toughest challenges. In the years that followed, as he reflected on his time in the Navy, Van Cleef often remarked, "It was wonderful to see those places again when there was no war." Military service had instilled in him qualities such as patience, discipline, and courage, traits he would later channel into his villainous roles on screen. After returning home from the battlefield, Van Cleef did not immediately step into Hollywood or any stage. Instead, he went back to family life in Somerville, New Jersey, working to support his wife and 3 young children. Initially, he took on various jobs, from working outdoors at hunting and fishing camps in Maine to laboring on the estates of wealthy families. However, as his family grew, Van Cleef realized that these jobs were not sufficient to support them. Eventually, he found work in a factory, serving as a time analyst and laborer at a local plant. For Van Cleef, this was a difficult decision, as he had vowed never to work indoors, but economic circumstances forced him to choose this path. His first turning point that led him into the world of acting came unexpectedly when a colleague at the factory suggested he try acting, thanks to his strong and unique appearance. Initially, Van Cleef was not particularly enthusiastic, but after receiving encouragement, he decided to join a local theater group, the Clinton Music Hall Players, in Clinton, New Jersey. The opportunity arose when he was cast as Joe Pendleton, a boxer in the play Heaven Can Wait. His outstanding performance in this role left a strong impression on directors and led to his first big opportunity, an audition in New York. A talent scout discovered Van Cleef and introduced him to a well-known director in New York. Van Cleef entered the audition for the play, Mr. Roberts, with anxiety and determination. However, the audition unfolded differently than he had imagined. The director asked him to remove his jacket, then his shirt, even his pants, just to show off his muscles before starting the reading. Van Cleef later admitted that his reading was terrible, but thanks to his strong appearance and presence, he still landed the role. When the opportunity arose, Van Cleef faced a dilemma. He wanted to maintain his principles and refused the role until he could officially quit his factory job. This did not please the director, and Van Cleef decided to forego the opportunity. However, life sometimes has unexpected twists. When Van Cleef returned to the factory to inform his supervisor of his decision, he was fired. The manager, aware of Van Cleef's passion for acting, bluntly said, "You really want to do this, don't you?" Van Cleef replied, "Yes," and was immediately let go. This opened the door for him to pursue an acting career. Lee Van Cleef began his film career with a small but significant role in High Noon, 1952, a classic Hollywood film. Although he appeared as a silent gunman in the group of enemies against Marshal Will Kane, Gary Cooper, his sharp eyes and menacing face immediately caught the attention of both audiences and filmmakers. Van Cleef's role in High Noon was one of four criminals seeking revenge against the sheriff, but what made audiences remember him was not his actions or dialogue but the powerful presence he brought to the screen. This was just the beginning. Although Van Cleef did not immediately land major roles, he gradually became a familiar face in westerns and action films. After High Noon, he continued to take on supporting roles in various western and crime films, such as Kansas City Confidential, 1952, and The Big Combo, 1955. Van Cleef seemed to embody the archetypal villain, with his cold demeanor, tall stature, and calm yet dangerous aura. Audiences couldn't take their eyes off him, and over time he became one of the finest villain actors of the 1950s and 1960s. Despite his rising fame, it wasn't until he met an Italian director that his life truly changed. Sergio Leone, known for his work in the spaghetti western genre, saw limitless potential in Lee Van Cleef. In 1965, Leone invited Van Cleef to join Clint Eastwood in For a Few Dollars More, the second installment of the Dollar Trilogy. By this time, Van Cleef was over 40 years old, and this opportunity was the breakthrough he had been waiting for to make a lasting mark on the big screen. In For a Few Dollars More, Van Cleef portrayed Colonel Douglas Mortimer, a seasoned and intelligent bounty hunter. His character was not just a cold-blooded gunslinger, he was a complex figure with a compelling backstory that captivated the audience. Mortimer sought revenge for his sister, who had been raped and murdered by the gang leader Indio. This was not merely a typical villain's role, it was a character with strong motivations and incredible patience. Following the immense success of For a Few Dollars More, Van Cleef quickly became a global star, and his collaboration with Sergio Leone continued with the iconic film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. In this film, Van Cleef played Angel Eyes, a ruthless and cold-blooded assassin. This role solidified his place as a legendary villain in Western cinema, and under Leone's masterful direction, Angel Eyes became an iconic character in film history. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was not only a commercial success but also recognized as one of the greatest westerns of all time, profoundly influencing popular culture for decades to come. Van Cleef's portrayal of Angel Eyes, with his cold gaze and brutal actions, left a lasting impression on audiences. He brought to the character a sense of danger, intellect, and a twisted logic that made him unforgettable. The success of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly elevated Van Cleef from a supporting actor to an A-list star, particularly in the spaghetti western genre. He became an indispensable figure in spaghetti western films and continued to star in classics such as Death Rides a Horse, 1967, The Big Gun Down, 1966, and Sabata, 1969. In these films, he often took on the role of the villain, individuals unafraid to use violence and cunning to achieve their goals, but sometimes he also played the hero, maintaining an aura of mystery and unpredictability. While Van Cleef was famous for his cold and tough image on screen, he faced a series of tragedies and losses in his personal life, particularly concerning health issues and the breakdown of his marriages. Van Cleef married for the first time in 1943 to Patty Ruth Cale during his time in the Navy. Their marriage began during the difficult years of World War II, and life seemed stable as they welcomed 3 children, Alan, Deborah, and David. However, the years following the war did not bring the stability Van Cleef had hoped for. After returning home, he did not immediately find success in acting and had to take on various jobs to support his family. The pressure to provide while pursuing his passion for acting gradually took a toll on his relationship with Patty. The first turning point in Van Cleef's first marriage came after a serious car accident in 1958. In this accident, Van Cleef suffered a broken arm and a shattered left knee. These injuries not only caused him physical pain but also disrupted his career, as he had to undergo a lengthy recovery period with uncertainty about returning to acting. This was a time when Van Cleef fell into despair and began to abuse alcohol as a way to cope with the pain. Simultaneously, his marriage with Patty began to fracture, and they officially divorced in late 1958 after 15 years together. This divorce not only brought emotional pain to Van Cleef but also left him with the responsibility of caring for 3 children while struggling to revive his career. Van Cleef's son, Alan, later revealed the inner struggles his father faced during this time. Alan shared that Lee was deeply hurt both physically and emotionally, especially as his career was in jeopardy and his family was in crisis. Alan recalled moments when Van Cleef became depressed and turned to alcohol as a means of coping with the pressures and pain he was enduring. Shortly after his first marriage ended, Van Cleef quickly entered into a second marriage with Joan Marguerite Drain in 1960. This marriage lasted 14 years and also experienced many ups and downs. During this time, Van Cleef gradually recovered from his knee injuries, but he could never ride horses or move as he once had. This became a significant burden for him, as he was known for his action-packed roles that often required physical agility and presence. As the 1970s approached, Van Cleef continued to work steadily in the film industry, taking on various roles that showcased his versatility. He appeared in several television shows and movies, including The Master and The Octagon, where he played a mentor to a young martial artist. However, despite his ongoing success, Van Cleef's health began to decline in the late 1970s. He faced severe health issues, including heart problems and complications from previous injuries. These challenges took a toll on his ability to perform and left him feeling frustrated and vulnerable. Despite these setbacks, Lee Van Cleef remained a beloved figure in the film industry. He continued to engage with fans at conventions and film festivals, where he shared stories of his experiences and the lessons he learned throughout his life. His charisma and charm endeared him to many, and his legacy as a legendary actor continued to grow. Tragically, Lee Van Cleef passed away on December 16, 1989, at the age of 64, from a heart attack at his home in Oxnard, California. His death marked the end of an era for fans of westerns and action films, but his contributions to cinema remain timeless. Lee Van Cleef's life was a complex tapestry woven with triumphs and tragedies. He faced numerous challenges, from the horrors of war to the pressures of Hollywood, yet he emerged as a cultural icon. His ability to portray villains with depth and complexity set him apart from his contemporaries, and his performances continue to resonate with audiences today. As we remember Lee Van Cleef, We celebrate not only his remarkable talent but also the resilience and determination that defined his life. His legacy lives on through his films, reminding us of the powerful impact of storytelling and the enduring allure of the Western genre. In conclusion, Lee Van Cleef's journey from a young boy raised on a farm to a legendary actor in Hollywood is a testament to his talent, perseverance, and the complexities of his character. His story is one of inspiration, showcasing how one can overcome adversity and leave a lasting mark on the world. Whether as a villain or a hero, Van Cleef's contributions to cinema will never be forgotten, and his influence will continue to shape the industry for generations to come. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. See you in the next video.